Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. I am sharing with you a flip through of a Lion King book that has been turned into a journal. I kept the story intact and in the correct order. As you can see, I'm pointing out some dangles here, and I will show you how I made those in a separate video. This was a custom order, and I don't know the person that's receiving it. This is going to be given as a gift. So I had to really go by my intuition and what the pages that were in the book, sort of how they spoke to me and what would work well with them. I did use grommets to hang the beads from, and I did that just so that it would provide some extra strength and there wasn't going to be any tearing of pages. I also strengthened the page wherever I put one of the grommets with the beads. I made sure that it was either a page that was already thick enough or I added something to it to make sure that it would be thick enough to hold the weight of the beads and charms. Along with the book pages, I used double-sided scrapbook paper, and you can see it's in very neutral colors. And it was kind of nice that it was double-sided because I don't have a kit that I've created to go with this particular theme or book. The book is a little bit of an odd size. It's quite wide actually, but it's not super tall. So it's close to a square. And when you fold the scrapbook papers in half, a 12 by 12, they are not as wide as the book pages are. I don't mind all of my pages not being the same width. That doesn't bother me at all. And frequently, junk journalers, we work with such a variety of papers that's a pretty common thing in our journals. But some of the pages, I did extend them out just a little bit, not all of them, but some of them, just so that it wasn't, I didn't want it to be like cookie cutter book pages are wide and then scrapbook pages are not. I didn't want that. I wanted sort of a variety of widths. So as mentioned, on some of the scrapbook pages, I went ahead and extended them out. And when I did that, I created a pocket. We've probably already flipped through one of those, but the next time we come upon one, I'll be sure to point that out. The person who is receiving the journal absolutely loves Disney. She's a Disney fanatic. So you can see that I put some Disney stickers here. I didn't want this to be a Disney journal. I wanted it to really focus on the Lion King, but I did put some, you can see the Mickey Mouse and the Minnie Mouse stickers here and there, where I felt like it would work and flow and not be too obtrusive. Many of the Disney stickers, either the ears or Mickey or Minnie, they're sort of in secret spots, like on the back of a tag. Some of them are right out in front, but most of them are either on the back of a tag or underneath a piece of paper that flips up. So you'll see those throughout. On the right is a paper bag that I used. I turned it into a pocket. Now this paper bag, of course, I had to cut one end of it off to make sure that it was open on both sides, but it was a bit too tall for this journal, so I went ahead and I cut the top off and then I glued it back together. So I want to mention about these Disney stickers again. I've had these in my stash for a while now, and I haven't used them on a lot of stuff. So it was really great to use them in this journal because the colors of them, they sort of lean neutral, sort of mild coloring. And it was perfect for this book that has so much brown in it. It's got browns and grays and greens. So they really work well in here. Everything that I used in the journal was from my stash. I did not buy anything extra to put this together. You can see some rickrack on the right, and on the right here you can see that I used some brown paper that was recently given to me actually, and I simply tore the edges. On the right we are looking at one of the pages that I have extended out. So at first glance you see that I pulled these papers, well, this paper and this tag out of a belly band, and that is correct. But then if you look, you're going to see a little yellow piece of trim. Well, that is a pocket, and that's still part of the piece with the belly band on it. And beyond the brown part that looks like the pocket, there's this white paper with yellow flowers, and that's the extension that I put on. And that gets it to be almost as long, or maybe as long, as the book pages. I probably have 4 pages in the journal that are like this. So when you flip it over, there's another pocket, and I have a smaller tag in this one. There were 2 paper packs that I used. For the pages was one, I can't remember what it was called, but it was something about neutrals. And then the other one was part of a farmhouse kit that I have that I've been using a lot lately. And I just turned the page, but before I turned it, on the right there was some green lacy trim, and that's vintage. On the right is another one of the pages that I have extended. So I just pulled this tag out of the pocket. Then of course you can see on top of that is a page with some lines on it here and lace and a flower. I forgot to give you a close-up of the beads and like the dangles hanging from the wax thread in the center. So I'm going to show you those now. Here's a Lion King charm. It happened to be in my stash. I was so excited about that. And also a gold bead. And then on this one there are 2 green leaves and sort of a yellowy gold glass bead. Coming up, you will see a page with a big sunflower or daisy. No, I think it's a sunflower. And you can see here that I hung some charms from it, from a bulb pin. And I added some hot glue under the petal to make sure that the weight of the charms and bulb pin didn't affect it. I'm going to mention some upcoming things. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a broken record, but in case you're new here and you haven't heard, I want to go ahead and make some of these announcements. In March, on the first Tuesday, I'll be hosting Tassel Tuesday in collaboration with Christy's Crazy Crafty Life. Also in March, I am hosting a large collaboration called Enchanted Fairy Collab, and there are 26 artists, each one doing a different project on each day of the month. So I'm very excited about that. And then in April, I am hosting a collaboration called A Tassel a Day. And I do believe we have 30 artists on that day, or on that month, I should say, and each one is creating a tassel of their own choosing. If you would like to participate in any one of those collaborations, you can do that. Enchanted Fairy Collab is using that exact hashtag, Enchanted Fairy Collab. Tassel Tuesday is always hashtag Tassel Tuesday. And then for the April tassel collaboration, it's A Tassel a Day. And so if you want to join in, please do that. Use those hashtags and be sure to tag me so I don't miss your video. I also want to mention that I've started to do some lives, and I'm very excited. It had been a while. I had done them in the past, but it had just been a while. You know, sometimes life just gets a little crazy and it's hard to sort of pull that sort of thing together. But I feel like I'm at a place right now, at least for now, where I can commit to doing them on Fridays, or at least most Fridays. I'm going to miss some. That is the nature of life. But I'm shooting for each Friday, and so far I've been doing them right around lunchtime. I do know that we've got one coming up, and I'm not sure when this video is going to go out. So the one I'm going to tell you about might have already passed, I'm not sure. But in case not, I'm going to have a guest, Enchanted Dreams 71, and we're going to do some crafting together. Probably going to be working on some unfinished projects, and we are going to be going on at 3 p.m. That is going to be Friday the 23rd, but as I mentioned, this video might go out after that. I'm not quite sure. A week after that, on March 1st, a Friday, I am going to be collaborating with my friend Carol of Crafted by Carol. So we are going live together, and I'm very excited about that. She is 6 hours ahead of me. So we are, and it's going to be a little dark over there, just so you guys know. But I think for my time, it's going to probably be like 11 or 12, which will make it 5 or 6 p.m. her time. I'm very excited to collaborate with some friends. I just find it to be so much fun. I find doing the lives to be a lot of fun as well. People coming on to craft along, to chit chat. It's just been great, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Well, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed seeing this journal. We are almost to the end of it now. I really enjoyed making it. I love altering books. I just find that to be so fun. I have a few altered books that I started a while back and didn't finish them, so perhaps I can get that done this year in 2024. Well, friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.